Okay, it is time now to listen to the different sounds of the registers of this Brunzema organ. I'm going to start with the full principal chorus on the Hauptwerk. An organ is mainly a chorus sound. We get so caught up with the fact that we can turn them off and end up with just one. And we start thinking of solos and orchestral instruments. But anyway, then the one is the principal chorus, the front pipes here at the top. On this organ, Gerhard voiced it so that he expected the stop diapason to be sounding with the principal. The principal by itself is a very hollow. And if I played the forefoot instead, you can hear that he expects the sound to be filled out to match the forefoot. So the 8-foot principal has to sound like this. The 2-foot by itself the gentlest of the 3 principal ranks, and the quint. The quint is giving you a sound that is an octave and a half. So if you have a C, the quint is playing the G, an octave and a half above it. Okay. This sound here is coming out when I put the quint on. These are treble and bass halves of the same rank of pipes. The difference is the tuning. C and the G sound like separate notes when you play them off one rank. When you play them with a quint stop on the single note, it blends so well, is so perfectly in tune with its overtones of the fundamental that it sounds like a single note. If I play it down here in the tenor, you can hear the distinct, they start to separate. So that's the difference between something that's perfectly in tune and something that has been mean tone. The flutes, the 8-foot is a stop diapason. Which contrasts with the 4-foot, which is a chimney flute, meaning it is open. There are twice as many overtones in this sound as there are in this sound. Together, I often use the 4-foot, playing it down an octave to make a solo sound. We have 2 more stops on the Hauptwerk. One is the Schwebung. This is a principal voice, very similar to the diapason, but it is tuned a little bit sharp so that when you play it with the regular rank, you get a shimmer from the beats. this is used, this is what the Italian organs label a voce umana. So a solo sound for use with the Gregorian chant melodies for Frescobaldi or something. But it also is used in the German when you have chromatic sections in a Buxtehude toccata and fugue. There will be little short 4-bar units of very chromatic music, and this is the sound that they expect to use for that. Because it's a little bit out of tune, it helps smooth over some of the tuning issues that might exist. And the last sound of all here is the principal, the trumpet. Very assertive. Gerhard had to voice it before the church was finished being built, and so he was just estimating the sound quality a little bit, apparently. So it's a big trumpet for a little organ. On the Brustwerk, the these stops right in here. Were added 10 years after the rest of the organ was first built. So just this little 2-foot chest. So it is another stopped wooden. This one is wooden. On the Hauptwerk, these are metal pipes, and on the Brustwerk, these are wooden pipes. Otherwise, very similar. Then the 4-foot, and the 2-foot. Okay, you can hear that they're voiced quite strongly so that they can hold their own a little bit against the principal chorus. And the pedal department is the sub-bass 16 by itself. The lowest note is this. We have couplers for either manual to be added to the pedal. And the last knob on the top here is a tremolo. So that's your tour of the sounds of the organ pipes. I'm going to show you one more trick, and that is what happens when you turn the key off on a mechanical instrument. And when you turn it back on,